Highlights Hawaii Pepperdine. We start off with Bernie Hendrickson, who led the way for the Waves, the only player in double digits in the kills category, as she came away with 10 kills on a .391 hitting percentage. She also had a service ace on the Hawaii side. Kate Lang, the setter for Hawaii, had the offense humming here this evening. Lang with 37 assists to go along with 10 digs, a double-double. Did a great job of keeping the Waves defense guessing throughout the evening, running this potent UH offense. Talk about offense, how about Caitlin Alexander? Really struggled against Liberty, but picked it up quickly here against the Waves this evening. 15 kills for Alexander. And we talked about serving during today's match, and serving was a big part of why Hawaii won this one in 3. UH with 8 service aces on the night. Tali Hakas led the way with 3 as Hawaii bounces back and wins in 3 tonight against the Waves.
From Spectrum Sports, it's the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Scott, Dave, and Ryan. Hawaii bounces back after last night's difficult 5-set loss to Liberty to sweep the Pepperdine Waves here this evening in a match. Are you shocked that they won in 3? Because I'm really surprised.
I mean, I thought it was going to be a battle tonight. I expected this to be a 5-set marathon. And at the beginning, in set 1, it really was living up to that. And credit to Wahine for really coming back and not giving up. We saw a lot of character building that happened in the first set that really parlayed into the rest of the match, and we saw that dominance. But I think the biggest factor was the serving. As you said, Hawaii just kind of turned it on and got Pepperdine out of system at the end of that first set, and really they had a hard time getting and reestablishing their passing game.
Dave, you know, the mental part of the game, a lot of times people don't talk about it, but it's huge. You look at what Hawaii was able to do to Pepperdine in that first set, down 22-15, down 24-20, rallied to win that first set, and it seemed like it just took everything out of Pepperdine.
Well, the confidence level in Pepperdine just shot down. I mean, I got one thing to say. Never tip game ball. And that's what they did at 24-21. Tip game ball. Hit game ball, get the win, and get out of there. But tipping led to the next play was a shank, and then your confidence just went. You could see Pepperdine. It was like you stuck a pin in the balloon, and they just deflated, and it was just never the same for them.
Yeah, and I think one of the other things is that Hawaii was just able to run a more fluid offense. We saw, if you look down the stat line, really a lot of Hawaii attackers got involved. So Kate Lang, as Robin said, really set a great match, getting multiple players involved. And I think that overall just helped Hawaii just feel more comfortable having multiple players in this involved in this offense. You
know, we saw Kate Lang tonight probably have her best game of the season. You're a former setter. I didn't say old setter. I said former setter, by the way. But she really ran probably a more diversified offense than we've seen this season.
Well, I think the hitters were the key. I was down on the floor level and looking up, and the hitters were elevating. I mean, I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't see this the other night, but it helps when your hitters are elevating and bringing heat, because they were bringing, some heat tonight, and it showed in the stats.
I think the other thing that we also saw was Caitlin Alexander played for 6 rotations. In past games, we've seen Taylor Ikenaga come in for her and play back row. But when Caitlin Alexander, I think, plays in those 6 rotations, she kind of has more of a rhythm. Her passing at times may be a target, but she's available in the back row. We saw her hitting out of those B balls. We saw more attacks from her from the pipe as well. I think it makes her for a more well-rounded player. And she, like we said, she ends the night with 15 kills tonight.
Well, I think also, Scott, the big play in the back row was in tempo. It wasn't an emergency kind of set. It was a low set, offensive set. That's what you see on the men's game a lot. And I really think that goes a long way with helping the offense.
All right, let's take a look at the final numbers from this one. Hawaii wins it in 3 over Pepperdine, 27-25, 18 and 21. You look at the numbers and you look at that hitting percentage, the highest hitting percentage so far Hawaii's had this year, Ryan.
Yeah, 324. If Hawaii can hit 324 throughout the rest of the season, that's really going to help them. Obviously, Hawaii out-blocking Pepperdine as well, 6-4. But again, I think the service aces, 8 service aces for Hawaii. And Pepperdine, those 10 service errors, a lot of them came in set number 1.
You know what I liked about this win, Dave, is the fact that Hawaii didn't have to lean on Amber Igidi as much tonight. She had 8 kills. In fact, she wasn't even in the 1-minute recap of the highlights. I mean, Hawaii's had to use her so much, but tonight they were able to use her more as a decoy than as really the goalkeepers.
Well, it was a much more balanced attack. The pin hitters were really hot and really on, so I think Kate was going to them and didn't have to go to Amber. And, you know, it looked good. You have to have balance. You can't go to one person because the other team will load up on that person eventually and then slow her down.
It'd be interesting to see how Hawaii changes anything in this offense. I mean, I think we saw some different plays for Hawaii. We saw more D sets to Riley Wagner. We saw a D set to Hakas as well. So they're incorporating a few different looks into their own offense, and that backcourt attack is playing a big part of that. We'll see if they can continue to have that success and use that in their offense moving forward.
By the way, it wasn't like Amber didn't do anything. She had 8 kills, hit 353. She had 3 blocks. I mean, she's just Amber Ajiti. But let's talk about the blocking. Hawaii with 6 blocks in the 3-set win. That comes out to 2 blocks per set. You'll take that every time.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that Hawaii was doing a nice job also is just slowing down the attack. They may have only had 8 blocks on the stat sheet, but they were able to get in front of the attackers. And Pepperdine was running that faster set, so the wing blockers, at times, while it didn't go down as a block, they were getting good touches and they were able to run transition behind it. And that's what you want when you're having a team that runs maybe a faster outside set. You're just getting a handout to slow down the offense.
Well, I know, Dave, you got to feel a little bit for your former assistant, Scott Wong. What did you see from the Waves tonight? Because they looked much better, I thought, last night than they did tonight. Was that Hawaii or was that just Pepperdine?
Well, unfortunately, I thought it was a little bit of Pepperdine. I mean, I think Scott's got a really tough job this week or tomorrow to try to get up for Liberty, but it looks, you know, not a good situation for Pepperdine. They've really got to revamp and get back up for tomorrow night. Otherwise, they leave here 0-3 and 1-8 on the season, and that doesn't bode well for their season.
You know, we always talk about RPI and things like that. This win was big because think about it now. Hawaii's beaten the preseason number 1 and number 2 teams in the West Coast Conference. That's huge.
Yeah, it's a lot of these games have ramifications for postseason. You know, you don't really think about it. The players don't think about it, but the coaches certainly are. I know Robin, you know, she plays it down, but this is a really big win for us, for the Hawaii team.
Yeah, and one more thing that, of course, will be tested tomorrow will be how they do against UCLA. And a lot of people are wondering, will Hawaii drop out of the rankings because of this loss to Liberty? A lot will be determined by the outcome of the UCLA matches. But we are seeing a lot of upsets throughout the country. I mean, a lot of these teams who are maybe in the top 15 and below the top 15 are also dropping matches to unranked teams. And so we're seeing a lot of that parity, and so we'll see where Hawaii ends up after this weekend.
Yeah, it's great for the sport, no question about it. Reminder, though, Hawaii off tomorrow. There's football here on campus. Hawaii, UCLA will be on Sunday. Pepperdine will take on Liberty at 2:45 on Sunday, Hawaii at 5. All right, we're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll talk more and show more highlights from tonight's win by Hawaii.
Welcome back to the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
And welcome back to the corner. There you see the scores. Hawaii wins in 3 over Pepperdine tonight. Good victory for the Rainbow Wahine, bouncing back after last night's 5-set loss to Liberty. And part of the reason Hawaii won is because of this young lady to my left, Tali Hakas, who had a bunch of kills. You had 3 service aces. You had a really good night out there, and you look to be getting more and more comfortable out on the floor every time you play.
Yeah.
How do you explain that?
Well, I think that every game that we play, I get a very connection with Kate, with the sets. I have my energy, and I think I feel comfortable bringing it on the court. So, yeah, I think for me, it's being myself on the court. That's it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You seem to me to be more comfortable on the left, and I was wondering, were you trained as a left side hitter and a passer? But I don't know. Left or right, what do you prefer? But I think you're a left side player.
I am. I am. I'm not gonna lie, I can't. I'm an outside hitter.
Yeah.
I like to receive, I like to six. I feel more comfortable. I know how to adjust my body on the high balls and difficult balls better in the left. But yeah, if the team needs a right, I'll be that right.
It's a good team attitude.
Talk about tonight's match, especially in that first set when you guys were down. Pepperdine was serving for that set. You guys were able to slowly chip away. How do you think that changed the whole match? And what was that switch, that turn that really allowed you folks to get that momentum in the first set?
Well, I was shocked. I think it was energy-wise that we keep fighting. Every ball counts. Every ball counts. You don't get them. You don't feed them. it's on our side. We have to work for that.
All right, a lot of people are wondering, how did you get to UH from Israel? You were born in Uruguay. You lived there till you're 12, your folks, and you moved to Israel. How did the connection with Hawaii begin?
Well, I work with Tiebreak. They are an agency for recruiters, and UH were interested. I was looking at school, so yeah.
Had you ever heard of Hawaii?
The country?
Yeah,
like
no, the state, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the state, yes, sorry. Yeah, but never as a place to play or something, just for vacation. I'm sorry, but yeah.
No. And
Yeah.
what has been some of your experience like here? Obviously, there's different food, there's language, different culture.
It's different.
Yeah. How have you adjusted?
I love it. I love the people here. They are so kind to me. I don't know them. They just bring so much love to me. In some way, it feels like home. Make me feel at home.
Awesome. Do you have family that can watch the matches back in Israel?
Well, my dad is going crazy back home. He used to come to every single game. And they came with me when I came here. And he was saying to me, oh, Tali, I don't think I can make it to next season. I want to go now. But they hear, they can watch it, but they can hear it. So they keep going after me every single game.
Well, just in case somebody you know in Israel is watching, do you want to say something to anybody back there? Or if they get watch it on delay or something?
I love him, and I miss him so much.
I think you should say it in your own language.
Oh, in Spanish and Hebrew, you want to know?
Spanish or
Hebrew.
Either one.
Yeah.
Los amo y los extraño mucho. Gracias por su apoyo.
Yeah, I know that's
That was in
Spanish.
Spanish.
But how about in Hebrew?
Okay. תודה רבה לכולם על התמיכה. אוהבת אתכם ומתגעגעת המון.
And Dave, what'd she say? You speak Hebrew,
I
right?
love you very much.
That was good. That was
I
good.
knew that. Yeah.
Oh, I need to be careful here.
People don't realize Dave speaks 27 languages?
What?
No, I'm kidding. All right, you got a day off tomorrow, and then you got a not day off, you got practice, but then you have a big match on Sunday against UCLA. Your thoughts heading into that one?
Well, just keep it on our side. Keep working on our side. You see, it depends on us. Just keep focused.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Great
so
job.
much.
And
Thank
this
you
will be
so
the first,
much.
I'm sure, of many times you'll be in the corner with us. Terrific job tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, Tali Hakas and the Rainbow Wahine take care of business on a Friday night. They win in 3. We'll take a break, come back, and have more.